The cold wind howled through the dark streets as Daniel sat on the corner, staring at the flickering flame of his last candle. It was the only thing keeping him warm that night. Once it burned out, he would be left in complete darkness. Once Daniel had a home, a job, and a family. But a series of bad choices and unlucky events had taken everything away. Now he had nothing, except this tiny flame fighting against the wind. A businessman, Mr. Carter, walked past him, but suddenly stopped. He turned back and asked, "Why are you staring at that candle so deeply?" Daniel looked up and smiled. "Because this is my last candle. When it goes out, I'll have nothing left. But for now, as long as it burns, I still have light. I still have hope." Mr. Carter was impressed by his words. "Hope? Even after losing everything?" Daniel nodded. "As long as there's a little light, I believe I can find my way again." The businessman thought for a moment, then reached into his pocket and handed Daniel a business card. "Come to this address tomorrow. I want to see if that hope of yours can turn into something bigger." The next day, Daniel arrived at the office. Mr. Carter gave him a small job at his company. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Daniel worked hard, never complaining, never giving up. Over time, he proved himself. A year later, he had saved enough money to rent a small apartment. 2 years later, he was promoted. One night, he sat in his new home, staring at a candle he had just lit. As he watched the flame dance, he whispered to himself, "Hope is powerful. Even in the darkest moments, it can lead to unexpected opportunities." He thought about his journey, how he had started with nothing but a belief that he could rise again. "Hard work pays off," he murmured. "No matter how small the opportunity, giving your best effort can open doors you never imagined." The flame flickered, and he smiled. It wasn't the candle that changed his life. It was the hope he refused to let die. And as long as there's even a little light, there's always a way forward. Because sometimes all you need is one last candle.